Leo, what up though? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message for the sign of Leo, wherever that resonates at for you in your chart. Keep in mind we all have a fifth house, part of our birth chart. Time and energy are fluid, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. These readings are timeless, y'all, so whenever you stumble across this message, there'll be something in it for you to help bring you clarity, confirmation, to help empower you, to help you align. Leo, tapping into your energy today, I use this illuminated earth oracle to help me catch a vibe as I'm tapping in with the collective energy. Pull a couple cards. Quite a few cards came out for you. It really feels like it's having to do with the transits here. We're going through a lot of crazy stuff astrologically right now, although the planets are making their way to being back direct, as Mercury has just went back direct. We're here at a new moon. It does still feel like we're in this in-between time. First two cards that you got in this illuminated earth oracle was this influence and this transient card, so letting me know that my Leos are really feeling it and that these transits are playing a big role in how you're shifting. And it really does look like you are shifting timelines. We have the multiverse card here, and it feels like there's balance, there's harmony coming in through these shifts for my Leos. Some of you are working through some type of blockage. For some of you, this blockage could have came from early on in life, maybe your childhood, maybe even past lives. But it feels like the cosmos are sort of aligning for you and helping you to shift, helping you to integrate this wisdom, and helping you to clear blockages in order to move into this new timeline. It does feel like it's a time of reflection for all of us really right now, a time to just chill, to ground down, to dive into ourselves, especially with Neptune and the sun being sort of opposite at this time. It can be a little bit of a crazy time, so to stay grounded, to really go within, I feel like is going to be where it's at for all of us. Yeah, as I split the deck here, we have the retreat card, so retreat. It feels like we're shedding a lot, Leo, so we're gonna jump into the tarot. I think I've been doing this lately. I think we'll grab a couple of these starseed oracle cards before we jump into the tarot, but I'm gonna pray real quick and then we will dive into the message. Feel free to join me. Ground down, center, clear the energy, connect to source, Divine Mother, Father, Holy Spirit of the Most High, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for my Leo gang for their highest good. Anything Leo needs to hear today, anything they need to know, any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation, any messages that will empower my Leos, any messages that will help them align to their highest self, to their highest timeline, to their best life, anything that will bring them wisdom and understanding along their journey, anything that will help them align to your will, Most High, will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. Om. Amen. Ashe. What is the message today for my Leo spirit? What do we have going on here with this timeline switch? My Leos jump in timelines. What's the message today, spirit? Soul gifts and training, Leo. It's time to step up. But it also, we have this earth pulsing. So pulse of the mother, slow down, spend some time in nature. That's the feeling I was getting from this reflection card, where we're sort of turning within, we're retreating, we're pulling our energy back. Inner earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. And I see this as being like a cave here. So we're in this period of time where we're in our cave, so to speak, and we're about to step out into this new reality. This card on the bottom says baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Some of my Leos are focused. Some of my Leos are working towards something, or they're working on something right now. Wow. And as I say that, I pick up the tarot deck, and on the bottom we do have the 8 of Pentacles, which is speaking of just that, staying focused, grinding right now, right? Working on yourself during this in-between time, or during this sort of divine pause that we're in collectively. If there's a class you want to take, if there is a certification you want to get, some type of license, whether it is, in formal like school, or even just things like getting certified for Reiki or yoga instructor or tarot reader, whatever it may be, anything that's going to add value to yourself, to your craft, to your life overall. Now's the time to do it, especially because it does feel like my Leos are sort of tapping a little bit more deeply into your own gifts and abilities, whether this is psychic gifts and abilities, healing gifts and abilities, astral travel, astral projection, things like healing, and this can be things like regular everyday gifts and abilities as well. Wow, you guys, 9 of Pentacles as well. Didn't we just... Wild. So we're gonna jump into this tarot and see what the message is today for my Leo's spirit. What's the message for Leo? So it does feel like your hard work's absolutely going to pay off here, and you will see these blessings. So stay focused, Leo. What do we have here in the past for my Leo gang? What do we have in the past for Leo spirit? Thank you. Thank you, spirit. Sheesh. Leo, talk about the weight of the world. What do we have currently for my Leos? My Leo is really doing the damn thing. Okay, what is going on for my Leos? Pretty big message coming through, Leo. Some pretty almost like heavy energies. Maybe you're, I'm going to say this, shedding weight energetically, so to speak. Like, this feels pretty deep. What's going on? Leo. Shh. Damn. All right, what's the theme of this reading? What goes with this? Thank you, Spirit. What is incoming? Wow. What's incoming for Leo? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So we're gaining momentum, you guys. If some of you have been feeling like you've been maybe a little stagnant, or during this divine pause, I've been calling it, I'm definitely seeing things gaining momentum. I'm seeing movement coming for you. What do we have in the advice for Leo Spirit? Okay. Wow. Can I get one more? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. So this is a huge shedding for my Leos. This is for some of you, you're going through the next level of your spiritual awakening, or you're going through a spiritual awakening period. Maybe you've never had that initial awakening, and this is something that you're experiencing. And that's sort of the feeling I was getting when I was like, man, it feels like you're sort of shedding energetic weight. Maybe some of you are literally shedding the ego, you're shedding the person, right? So that is a lot of weight. And when you realize that you're just the spirit, and I mean like experientially, right? We can read all the books and study all we want. If it's just an intellectual understanding, it has the potential to make a difference in our life, but it doesn't have that impact on us like when we have that experiential awakening and we're like light and we're in samadhi and we're in that bliss. In the past here, it looks like this is the chapter that you're entering. You're entering a new phase of your life here, Leo, with the Fool coming through, and you've had to really move through a lot. You've had to move away from a lot. You had to fight your way basically to get where you're at right now, through the chaos, through the conflict, through the turbulence, through the competition, through the struggle. And it has not been easy for you. With the 10 of Wands, this is you basically completing a chapter on your soul's journey. And so wrapping things up here, really lightening your load, really releasing. And that's that feeling of judgment where it's like the trumpet's been blown and our spirit is rising into another dimension. I see that you never gave up. You're coming through as the wounded warrior as you stepped into this new chapter. And it feels like overall you ended out a major cycle of your life here, and you're in that in-between time still, but you've got a foot in this new chapter. And this is where, in the theme of your reading, that Tower comes in, where it's like anything that's part of that X paradigm is falling away now. This can be thought patterns, this can be relationships, this can be relationships with friends, with family members, this can be jobs. A lot of people right now are in between careers, like, man, I built up this career, or I've worked at this place for so many years and it's just not resonating with my soul anymore. And so this is really what I've been speaking about in our lives and stuff, when I've been saying any of those crazy ideas that come up right now, you guys, it's your soul trying to speak to you. It's stuff that we would normally just write off, like, no, I could never do that, right? Leo, you came here to shine your light. You came here to be your most beautiful and authentic self. And I really feel like anything that was sort of covering that up, so to speak, is crumbling, right? It's crumbling away, and you are being reborn. You're moving into a much more balanced energy. And like I said, it feels like things are gaining momentum. It feels like you're gaining clarity and learning about your own gifts and abilities, your strengths, your weaknesses. And it feels like you're really sort of honing in on mastering that. At this time, you're coming through as the Six of Swords. There's quite a few cards that came out in your current energy. We have the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this message right here is really feeling like you're tying up the loose ends. You've been betrayed. You've been through, the struggles, and it really feels like you're being guided into this new energy now. You're following that higher guidance. You're trusting the divine at this time, and you are letting your guides pull you to this new shore, to this uncharted territory, so to speak. At this time, so this is coming through a couple different ways. For some of my Leos, we're still in the process of trying to let go of old stuff, attachments, right? Even this can be a message as well to clean house, to get rid of anything that's not serving you. Say you have belongings from old relationships, or a gift from somebody that you fell out with, or something like this. Is where we're cleaning our space internally, and we're cleaning our space externally. I meant to say externally first and internally after. Are we holding on to anything, you guys? Even traumas and emotions, right? This doesn't necessarily just have to be personal belongings. The Four of Pentacles to me is really about getting out of our comfort zone. And if you can see in this depiction of the card, if it will focus, he's clutching onto that pentacle for dear life. He's got his feet on these two pentacles on the ground. He's like, I don't want nothing to happen to this, right? So is there anything that we're holding on to too tightly because the universe is trying to break certain things down, but we're like, oh, but I wanted life to go this way, right? Is there anything that's happening like that? And like I said, a lot of times this is jobs, or this is relationships. It can be physical things. It can even be thought patterns. Are we holding on to this story that we tell ourselves and other people about our lives? Are we continuing to repeat the same stories about our toxic family or the narcissistic relationships that did us so dirty? Are we continuing to feed that negative vibration? Are we still feeding that in any capacity? Or are we really realizing that all that we've been through has got us right here, right now, and we really have leveled up and we're in a place where we can build our legacy now? All of that wisdom gained, all of that strength that you've shown, that you've, sort of 9 and 10 of wands, like you really did it. You really did it. You made it here, and it feels like the slate is sort of wanting to be wiped clean now. It's like you're creating your own tradition. If that toxic family situation was so terrible, now you're here and you're in a position to where you can do it differently, right? And regardless of how that resonates, that's just an example. But you're in this position of power right now where you truly are channeling this divine vibration, this divine wisdom. And it's almost like spirit saying, how are we going to use that? And what are we going to do with that next? In the theme of your reading, I feel like a lot of my Leos are starting to really gain clarity on their worth and gain this sense of self-worth, because I just see you at this turning point where some of you are realizing that you can have everything you've ever dreamed of, and this is that turning point where you're really getting to that drawing board and getting that game plan down together. Even if it's not a full blueprint yet, you're like, well, this would be nice. I'd love to create this business, or I would love to do this with my life, or I would like things to look like this and do X, Y, and Z. This is that turning point where we really do get to the drawing board, Leo, and reflect on what our 9 of Cups, what our 10 of Pentacles, what our legacy, what are we building, what would our dream life look like. In your incoming energy, Hanged Man and the 2 of Swords came out in reverse first and foremost. So there's a blockage being removed here. There is some type of blockage that is being removed, and I have a feeling that this Tower in the theme of the reading is connected to this in some capacity where, and if y'all watch my readings, y'all already know, if you look at that lightning, that's coming from the divine, right? That's divine intervention that's coming through and sort of knocking a structure down in our reality that isn't serving us anymore. Think about being trapped in this tower. Like, it was probably super fun to build it. You're really proud of it as you were building it. Like, look at this beautiful tower I built, and you got to run around and do what you wanted in there at first. But think of how that would be after years and years where you're just stuck in this tower, right? This is any type of structure, right? Pluto retrograde in the late degrees of Capricorn. This is any type of structure that was built at any point in our lives, or even past lives, that served its purpose at one point in time, and now it is sort of keeping us trapped. It could even be suffocating us. It could be keeping us in a state of depression. It could be keeping us in a state of bondage, so to speak. This is where the divine comes through and knocks that down. It's usually very intense, right? It's not always the way that we would envision things going, but a lot of times we get in these comfort zones and we don't know how to leave, right? And so the divine comes through to give us a little helping hand. And that's where I'm feeling like there's, for a lot of my Leos, this is a very internal thing as well. This blockage, maybe this lack mentality, or maybe this lack of self-worth, or something along those lines, where that blockage is being removed. You're seeing your value. You're seeing the beauty in yourself. You're stepping into this place of deep self-love and acceptance, deep healing, and you're really, really tapping into your intuition at this time and aligning to this wish fulfillment. So I think with the Star, the 10 of Pence, the 9 of Cups, the 2 of Wands especially. 2 of Wands always gives me similar to the Magician vibes, where the 2 of Wands, we're looking out to make that plan. We're putting that focus on a focal point, And that's sort of what the star is as well, right? We're looking up and we're focusing on the star to make that wish, so to speak. There's also just this deep feeling that you are a wide open channel for divine energy right now. So your guides, God, however you connect to the divine, your angels, they're coming through you right now and just pouring out. And so to take that energy and focus it towards something that is going to bring stability in your life, bring abundance, bring people together, right? This very solid, sure, you're building this new structure, and I really feel like it's time to, like I said, go deep within, tap into your intuition and point that energy toward that, right? And literally in your advice, we have the first two cards to come out in your advice was Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles. And I don't know if y'all remember, but the Eight of Pents is what was staring at us dead in the face as we picked up the tarot deck, right when I was like, you're working on something, right? The Temperance and the Eight of Pentacles is about perseverance. It's about patience. It is about continuing to turn that lead into gold, so to speak. And it's about finding a balance while you're staying focused on what it is you're building here. So we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Hermit as well. So the Hermit is all about this cycle back here. This is where we take everything that we've learned throughout our whole life, throughout the previous cycles, throughout past lives, all of this information and this wisdom that we've been illuminated with, that is sort of what is lighting us up right now. And we are letting that light the way moving forward and taking this as an opportunity to build our 10 of Pentacles. So in your advice, you got the Eight of Pence with the Ace of Pence, which is the Nine of Pence. We did see the Nine of Pentacles as well. And so 8, 9, 10, this is taking progressive steps with the Ace, taking these opportunities, taking the progressive steps in order to build this foundation, to build this legacy. So you're building something big here, something beautiful. You're ending out a major soul cycle. And I know I say that a lot, and so it's sort of lost its power, but a soul cycle is huge, you guys, really, especially with the Fool. You're moving into a brand new, your next spiritual quest in the RPG of life, right? If this was a game, you're moving to the next quest, right? You've defeated the boss, right? And the level has been cleared and we're in a new world. We're in a new dimension. And that's what we have with the Judgment on the bottom of the deck as well. You have moved to a new dimension and you have truly been reborn as I split. So we have a lot of Pluto energy out here. So a lot of deep transformation here for my Leos, and you've been reborn. You've awakened and you're building something beautiful that's going to bring a lot of value to this world. So baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, and stay grounded and stay focused, Leo. Let's grab a couple oracle cards. What's the time looking like? All right, we straight. Let's grab a couple oracle cards before we tap out. I hope this message resonated with you. I hope it helps in some capacity. I just want to say thank you all for being in this space. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tapping in with us. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. You guys drop me a comment down in the comment section. Drop that sunshine emoji to claim this reading. Let me know how this is resonating for you. What are you building here? This is big, Leo. What's the message for Leo Spirit? The Fates and Fortune's Wheel. You guys, are you kidding me? So there is this overall message here about finding a balance, about staying grounded, right? Is anything throwing us off balance that we can sort of cut out at this time? But with the Fortune's Wheel and skywriting the Fates, this is my Leos, in the deepest sense of the word, stepping into their path of destiny here. We have destiny and we have fate. You're stepping out of a life that you were born into and you're creating your own life. You're creating your own traditions. You're creating your own way of doing things. This is truly what I mean when I say you're building a legacy here. So you're building something that's going to last after your body is in the ground, after your body becomes one with this earth again. Whatever you're building is going to live on. Wow, Leo. So maybe you're changing a whole family dynamic. Some of you are literally going to change the world here. It says, the fortune's wheel is a sign that luck has found the right timing in your life. You have the magic touch and everything turns into gold. There's nothing you can do wrong. You only need to hold what you desire as your intention. Whew. Y'all, I'm telling you, and it becomes true. Do not waste this power on trifling things. Dream big, for surely this opportune moment will pass. Such is the nature of the fortune's wheel. Use the creative power of the fortune's wheel for the benefit of others, and the gifts will be returned to you tenfold. Use it only for your own gain, and you'll be left impoverished and with the bitter taste of squandered opportunity. Fortune's wheel comes unannounced. Notice the early signs, the coincidental encounters, the seemingly magical and synchronous events that herald its arrival. That call, that email, that invitation, that chance encounter was no accident. They were all choreographed by fortune. Do not wait any longer. Leo, carpe diem. Recall your boldest and noblest longing and invite it into your life. This invitation is all that is required. Y'all, this is big. This is big. Spirit is saying to let it go. The weight of the world. That's what we have here in this 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands. If you're carrying anything right now, Spirit wants you to know that it's not yours to carry. Whatever it is, Leo, release it. Ground it into the earth. Check out my ground and clear your energy meditation on the playlist Know Thyself. Do that as part of your daily exercise, y'all. All right, what's the message, for my lions, my Leo? Thank you. Thank you. Wow, you guys. Check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You're a unique being and you do not need to conform to stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method to accomplish what is needed shall spontaneously arise from within. Kali Mahamaya. When a situation becomes unnecessarily complicated or confusing to your heart, Kali Mahamaya arises spontaneously as a protective bearer of universal truth. Ultimately, her revelations shall lead you beyond that which is deceptive or not right for you. This you are promised. She protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and seeks to constrain your spirit. You have the Sun card here on the bottom. I'm going to grab one last message, though, before this time runs out on us and we take our deep breath. In unusually challenging situations, Tower Judgment, right? The ways that we've supported ourselves during more ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways. Here's a portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. And y'all, we did get the sun. Here you are as the Fool moving toward that sun. So let's freaking go, Leo. If y'all been rocking with me for a little minute, y'all already know what time it is. We're going to use our will and visualization to draw in this divine cosmic energy, this white or gold light, this prana, this chi, this ki energy. We're going to fill our energetic body up. We're going to pause, hold the breath at the top, and we're going to imagine ourselves glowing as bright as we possibly can. One sec. And then as we release, we're going to very forcefully exhale like we are filling up a balloon, watching any negativity, any doubt, any fear, any anger, any sadness, any stagnant energy, any of these blockages, and you can picture them as these black static spheres, these black static balls of energy within your energetic field. We're going to watch all of that in the form of black or gray smoke or static, leaving us so the divine can help us to transmute that into this wisdom, into this understanding, into this healing, into this guiding light. So let's clear our lungs and get this breath in. Sorry, I'm just trying to clear the space. All right, clear your lungs. Now breathe in. Hold it. Squeeze Mula Bandha. Squeeze your perineum. Raise that energy up out your crown. Now lock that energy into your heart space and watch yourself glowing as bright as you can. And release. Leo gang gang. I love and appreciate y'all so much. I hope this message has found you well and in great spirits, and I hope you have a blessed rest of y'all day, family.